Welcome to tonight's yin class, and thank you for joining. We're going to start in a seated cross-legged position in a Sukhasana. So you may want to find your way onto your mats, probably, oh wait, sorry, playlist, my bad. Playlist in the chat. And then make your way onto probably a cushion or a block, whatever is best for you. I hear someone's music, so I don't know yet who's not on mute, but let me see. Okay. And just cross the legs any way you like. Just in a way that your knees are either the same height as your hips or even a little lower. Elevating those hips a bit. Finding a good spot for you to sit upright. And then close your eyes. Grounding your sitting bones down. Letting go of some of the tension in your hips. Soften your feet and your ankles. Relax your legs. Allow them to ground down deeply. And then bring your awareness towards your lower spine, near your sacrum. The moment you do that, you may notice a little bit of energy in that area. Maybe it feels like a pulse. And then with your next inhale, you're going to breathe the breath all the way up over the back of your spine, over the shoulder blades, the neck, the back of your head, to the crown of your head. And with your exhale, the breath comes all the way down over the front side of your body, your face, chin, throat, chest, and belly, back towards the sacrum. Inhale over your spine, shoulder blades and head. Exhale, face, throat, heart, and belly. Inhale through the back. Exhale through the front. Inhale through the back. Exhale front. And keep following your own breath in that way. And keeping your focus on it. Staying connected to the flow of your breath. With every inhale, you allow yourself to lengthen a little bit more through the spine. With every exhale, your shoulders drop. And it feels almost as if there's like a ball of energy walking over the back of your spine with your breath in. And rolling back down through the front of the body with your breath out. Keep following it. Allowing it to center yourself. to become aware of your body and the things that are happening inside. Becoming aware of where your mind has been all day. Maybe all over the place. Maybe very focused on a few big things. Whatever it was, let it go. Allowing thoughts that come in to be there for a moment and then naturally fade away, coming back to your breath. Finding your pure essence. Just you. Coming home to yourself. And that's what today is going to be about. Taking the next 60 minutes to come home. Knowing that home is always a place where you could come back to. It's always there. We just need to remind ourselves to stay connected with home every now and then. Taking a last breath in here. And a sweet exhale through your mouth. Opening your eyes gently. And then take your arms up high. Deep breath in. With your exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, rise up, lengthen. Expand the chest. Exhale, hands to heart. Finding your flow. Inhale. Exhale. Feel free to close your eyes again if you want. Just following your breath. Expansive. Grounding you down even more. Noticing the energy you're moving around with your hands. And always bringing it back home. In towards your heart. Last breath in. And exhale, hands down. And then slowly you take away your block or cushion from underneath, whatever you had there. And we're going to go into our first real pose. Is Supta Baddha Konasana. So you may want to grab one or two cushions, lay them behind your back, close to the spine. Knees fall out wide to the side. Soles of your feet are together. And take the hands behind you and gently start to roll yourself down over your cushions. Relaxing there. Turning the palms to face up towards the sky. Giving your hands space next towards the body. You're very welcome if you want to add a little heart opener, bit of a shoulder stretch, to bring your arms overhead and grab a hold of your opposite elbows and then letting the shoulders relax. Closing your eyes. Take a deep belly breath. And with your exhale, you let go a little bit more. Your knees are relaxed. You allow your hips to open. Your breath fills up your entire torso with your inhale. And every exhale is an opportunity to relax even more. Your shoulders drop and your heart really opens, bringing softness into your face. Letting go of any tension in your jaw and the space between your eyebrows. Finding stillness in your pose. And stay right where you are. And in yin, it's always totally fine to take some time to settle into a pose and find the right spot for you. But once you find it, you want to be still. Because it's in that stillness where the magic happens. Where you allow yourself to go deep into your fascia. Onto that deep tissue. Into your cells. Creating space on a physical and emotional level. And this pose may feel quite vulnerable for you. And that makes sense because it is. You're fully opening up yourself for whatever is out there. But because of that, it's a beautiful pose to come back home, to become confident, and to love yourself. I'm doing a quick body scan here. Just noticing where maybe your ankles or knees or hips or shoulders. You're keeping tightness. Where can you soften more deeply? Take a breath in, and then with your exhale, allow yourself to let go more into that area. Five more breaths. Deep into the belly. Allow yourself to be vulnerable. and to be open, and to show yourself. And then slowly, if you had your arms overhead, you're going to bring the arms down. And with your hands gently, eyes soft, slow movements, you're going to walk yourself all the way up. Bringing the knees back together with some help of your hands. And straight away sliding the legs out here. And then grab your cushions. Place them onto your knees. Your feet are about hip-width apart, so there's a tiny bit of space in between the feet. Take a moment to take the fleshy bits away from underneath your sitting bones. And then take a deep breath in to lengthen through the spine. And with your exhale, you kind of start to lean over your cushions, allowing the chest to fall over, walking the hands forwards, and finding yourself in a caterpillar. Just a soft forward fold, supported by cushions. And feel free if the cushions are too much and you want to go all the way to take them out completely. Trying to let go completely into your legs. So it's quite easy here to keep the legs engaged somehow, without even noticing almost. So be mindful of the softness in your legs. No stress on your hip flexors. And feet are just flopping out to the side. You allow your spine to round. Your head is heavy, hanging onto your cushions or closer down towards your mat. You allow your belly to fully expand with every inhale. With every exhale, you notice how your upper body is folding deeper, slowly creating space just with time. This pose is one of the poses working deeply into our earth element, which is all about grounding and connection with ourselves. So give yourself permission in this pose to connect with whatever is going on inside of you, to accept whatever comes up, and to take away any distractions, and to come to that essence. And you're still letting go into your legs. Your elbows are soft. And you start to feel a tingling sensations in your legs. And you notice a little sensation as well in your third eye, the space in between your eyebrows. We're stretching out the entire back of our body. And that ends in the third eye. So you may want to visualize a long line of energy starting in the soles of the feet, running over the heels, the back of your legs, over your back, and your shoulders, the neck, back of your head, the crown of the head, in towards your third eye. Keep letting go into the legs. Keep your head heavy. And notice what's happening in your body. Be present with it. Be aware of the changes. Doesn't matter how small. Let yourself come home. Three more breaths. You may take some extra deep exhales, giving it that last bit without force. And then super slowly, you can keep your eyes closed. Just roll your body back up to seated. Allow your arms to stay soft, the hands just sliding over the floor. And from there, just roll yourself down onto your back. And in between Shavasana. Feet out wide, hands out wide, shoulders away from your ears. Let your body go. Let it be held by the earth. Feel its support. And notice what's happening physically and mentally. Let yourself go. Accept that floaty sensation. And imagine as if you would be lifted just a tiny little bit off the earth. You're just hovering above it, light as a feather, but still held by the earth's energy. Taking a last breath in. And then slowly hug your knees into your chest, giving yourself a bit of a squeeze, keeping your movements very slow today. Very mindful. And then you're going to roll over to either side so you can press yourself up. Coming into seated again, and this time, spread your legs. You may want to keep your cushions close within hand reach. And just walk the feet out as wide as you can, but don't push it. You want to keep your legs fully relaxed and soft. And sit yourself a tiny bit further forward so you start to feel that gentle stretch on the insides of your thighs. And then from there, just bring the hands down. And all you need to do is start to walk your hands forwards, away from you. Keep your elbows soft. And then fold. Finding a spot for you that works, where you can let go into your hips and your inner thighs, where you feel like you're just kind of tickling your edge, just not going over it. And again, we're folding, so let go into your upper body. And the same as with our caterpillar, let your legs go. Let the heels ground into your mat. Your toes are soft. And be aware with any sensation. Use your breath to let go. Notice where your body is holding you back. Where is your edge? What does it feel like for you to be living on the edge? What comes up there? What do you experience? Being constantly present with wherever possibly you're still holding yourself back. Let it go. And if you find yourself getting distracted in your mind, just accept all your thoughts for what they are. Let them come in, but let them fade away the same way they came, without judgment, without resistance. And then you come back into your body. And you stay connected with the flow of your breath. And if you are supported by a cushion, you may take away the cushion for the last few breaths, just to allow gravity to do the work here for you. One more inhale. And with your exhale, gently lift your head off. Keep your gaze soft and start to walk the hands all the way back towards your body. Take your time. Notice what's changing in your legs when you do that. Take a breath here in the center. Feel those sensations, big or small. And then take your arms up to sky. Inhale. With an exhale, bring the right elbow down towards the leg. And bring the left hand behind your head. And then open the chest. Just a few breaths here. Soft shoulders. Breathing into the side of the body. Go as deep as you want here. Every exhale you see, you try to bring that left elbow a little bit further over your head. Again, using the breath to create the space. And then very slowly coming back to the center, releasing the arms. We'll do that again to the other side. So inhale, rise. Exhale. Hand behind your head. Open the elbow. And trying to reach with the elbow over your head towards the corner where your toe is pointing as well. Lifting your heart in your chest. Feel into the side of the body. Open it up. Last inhale. And come back to center. Slowly exhale. And take your hands underneath your knees. Lift them up. And bring them together slowly. Take your time. Wrapping the arms around the legs for a moment. Rest your forehead onto the knees. Take a deep breath. Again, sensations in the legs. How does your body feel? How does it feel to connect so deeply with your body? Is it comfortable? Or maybe scary somehow? We're not used to it. We're not used to going so deep. So the fear of being vulnerable has become a big thing in this society. But like we said, for today, it's our goal, our intention, to take away all the distractions and to come to that essence, to come home to yourself. And slowly releasing your arms. And from there, coming on to hands and knees into tabletop. Slow movement still. Grounding, hands spreading fingers. And if you feel like it, just a few cat and cow rolls through the spine, bringing in a little bit of movement. One more deep breath in. And then come back to the center. And from here, sliding your right knee just behind the right wrist, taking your right foot behind the left wrist, and starting to walk your back foot away from you, finding a sleeping swan here. We're trying to square our hips as much as possible And then feel free to take a block or a cushion underneath the right hip if there is a lot of space in between the hip and the floor. And you may want to keep your cushions close here to rest your chest on in a little bit. And finding your way onto your forearms, and then maybe all the way down, forehead down, or one of your cheeks, whatever is most comfortable. And trying to let go into your hips here. Melting down. And staying present with the sensations in the hips. And again, finding that edge without crossing it fully. And once you've settled, come into stillness. No more movement. Just softness, openness, and space. Just you. And keep melting here. And be aware every time you find yourself squeezing something again to hold you up a bit, to prevent you from going deeper. Because naturally, the moment our mind drifts off, that's what we'll do. We'll tense our bodies. We can't let go anymore. So being very mindful here and present, that you keep letting go. Keeping your belly soft. Full breaths in and sweet breaths out. Notice your neck and shoulders. Are they relaxed? And just taking 3 more breaths here, letting go even more. It's the last few. And then gently lifting your forehead off the mat. Placing the hands down again. And walking the back foot slightly in. Tucking the back toe and just step into a down dog for a moment here. So you can pedal out the right leg, that right hip a bit. Allowing the space that we've just created to actually settle into your body. And at your own pace and time, you'll find the other side. So sliding your left knee behind the left wrist, left foot behind the right wrist. Take your time. You know where you're going. Allow your hips to melt. Find yourself the best spot for you and use props wherever you need them, underneath the hip or maybe underneath your chest. Coming down whenever you're ready and finding that stillness again once you've settled. Noticing maybe differences here between left and right. And bringing your awareness completely inside. There's nothing else but you. And you may try to visualize here what a pose like this does to you on that cell level. Stretching out those cells. Making them soft again. Taking away the stickiness. Letting them roam around freely. Let go whatever is not serving you anymore. And keep checking in with yourself. Did you stay soft? Everywhere. Be present with whatever arises. And let it be there. Three more breaths. And then slowly make your way back up into your hands. Feeling free to take another downward facing dog just for a little bit. to pedal it out. Making any movement that feels good for you. And then slowly bring your knees down towards your mat. From there, sitting down on either side of your hips, swinging your legs forwards and coming down onto your back into your mini Shavasana here in between. Take a deep breath. Exhale through your mouth. Eyes closed. Imagine yourself again floating just an inch off the earth, light, but at the same time heavy. Letting go. Feeling gravity pulling you down towards the earth, but still being held by the energy of the earth. Notice what's happening in your body. And for our next pose, which is Bananasana, or that moon pose. So what you're going to do, I'll just show you standing up. You're going to stay onto your backs, wiggling your hips over to one side of the mat. And walking your feet in towards the opposite corner, your hands into the opposite corner. So you're creating a C shape or a half moon shape. Walking those hands and feet as far away from you as possible. You're keeping both of your hips, both of your sitting bones down. Resting your chin, your cheek onto your upper arm. And slowly starting to feel a gentle stretch into the whole side of your body. Relaxing hands, elbows, and shoulders down towards the mat. And you're free, if you want to intensify that stretch a little bit, to place your outside foot onto the inside foot, or ankle onto ankle. Settle, and then stillness. Stay connected to your breath. Be aware with the physical sensations. Where can you soften? Where can you let go deeper? Maybe walking hands and feet a tiny bit further out into the opposite direction of the hips. Few more breaths. And slowly walk your feet and hands back towards the center. Arms come down. Wiggle your hips back to center. Take a few breaths. Feel the difference between your left and your right side. And I will take the other side. So again, bring the arms overhead. And then walk hands and feet towards the other side. Wiggling the hips the opposite way. Finding that C shape, that half moon, or that banana. Keeping your sitting bones both down. Resting shoulders and elbows. The cheek resting onto the forearm. The upper arm, sorry. Softness in your face. Breathe into the side of your body. Where has your mind wandered off to? Where did it go? Kindly, gently bring it back. Stay present. Find the softness in your body. Let it sink down deep into the earth. Ground. Finding that essence. coming home. Feeling that connection with yourself deep down in your stomach. Whatever is there in the outside world, it doesn't matter. Your essence is good, pure good. Taking a last breath in. And then slowly come back to the center. Hugging your knees in towards your chest for a moment. Rolling a little bit from side to side, slowly. And finding yourself in your final Shavasana. Feel free to take something to keep you warm. Your final resting pose. Maybe a cushion underneath your knees to support the lower back. Eyes closed. So now is the time to let my no longer afraid to be me. If I can find a way out my mind, the shackles are gone, I am free. My inner grace is what I embrace. My roots are now firm as a tree. I will be brave and no longer crave. The river returns to the sea. And placing one hand onto your belly and the other hand onto your heart. Take a deep breath into your palms. One more inhale. Exhale. Last one. One more time with presence. Feel the connection with yourself, with your pure essence. Coming home. Knowing that home is your foundation, your starting point, your anchor, and keeps you grounded. And it's beautiful. In your own way, doesn't matter how, starting to make your way up to a seated cross-legged position. Keeping the eyes soft. Hands into your heart space. Allowing your thumbs to connect with your heart. Roll the shoulders back and down the spine. Bowing the forehead down towards the fingers. Saying gratitude for coming on to the mat today. For taking time out for yourself. To breathe and to connect. To come home. The love and the light in me honors the love and the light in you. Namaste.